ask stuff about you, she will either not respond or she'll say no comment. I just feel like the same respect that she gives you, why can't she have that same respect from you?
So let me tell me what you thought I should do.
I would have no comment. I honestly would have no comment. I feel like I know you just asked me my opinion and what would I do?
That's not my personality at all. It's not. Because here's the thing. When somebody asks me something.
But then if she responds to these same questions, she wouldn't do that to you.
I don't care what she wouldn't do that to you.
But she wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you for telling me.
She wouldn't.
And
when people ask her about you, she either doesn't answer or says no comment. I just feel like she gives you the same respect. So why can't she get the same respect from you? So let me tell you what you think I should have. I honestly wouldn't have any comment, even though I know you just asked me about my opinion and personality. Here's the thing though. Some people ask me things, but if she answers these same questions, she wouldn't do that to you, but she wouldn't do that to you. Thank you for letting me know. Considering that her marriage is collapsing, she wouldn't grab some popcorn. People, unless you haven't been listening, you have probably heard the rumors that Judy and Brat are divorcing. Brat reportedly wants exclusive custody of their child and may need to provide it. Jessica Brat might as well tell us about her horrible past and the reasons she decided to divorce Judy. But is the FBI really interested in discussing anyone else's background, especially in light of Jessica's own terrible past? Proof that, in this case, their son would choose her over Judy. Judy's shrewd and crafty tactics might help achieve this unexpectedly. These stories are usually about children, and Judy is frequently the subject of debate and controversy. No? One else noticed Judy's handling of a specific incident where Lil James was the center of attention was not well received. I'm confident that Lil James got exactly what you all witnessed him get. When kids get into arguments like this, it can always be difficult, especially given the speed with which public opinion, even though Judy's feelings appear more complicated than that. May's shift is the only information currently available to the general public. To unresolved issues are why children frequently wake up in these kinds of situations and what actually happened. Whether it was a misreading, an error, or something else entirely. Judy is being disparaged and referred to as dirty. For those who don't recall, Judy, when Lil James was just 6 or 7 years old. Judy entered his life and made him famous for his comedy life after he became well-known online for his sense of humor. Although Judy, who has worked with children who go viral, spoke to Lil James' family in a manner similar to that of many other children. Some people think she was attempting to capitalize on his viral fame rather than genuinely supporting him. Despite Judy's experience working with young children who become well-known online, many were distressed by her treatment of Lil James, believing that she was only using him as leverage, and showed no real concern for this is a difficult situation for his future or well-being, because dealing with viral children can be a delicate subject. Judy meant well. Some say she went too far, while others disagree. When things didn't work out, Judy allegedly turned on Lil James and told him he was no longer. Many were shocked by her abrupt change in attitude and claimed she made this young child feel like a failure. Judy reportedly attempted to sell her products by using Lil James' well-known tactic, which she had previously employed with other kids. It is disturbing to consider that it is heartbreaking to learn that Judy made Lil James feel unworthy with her disparaging remarks. Many people felt sorry for his mother, who was furious at Judy's treatment of her child and thought her behavior was wrong. After this incident, there was a lot of criticism aimed at how celebrities interact with young people. The fact that Lil James's mother later discussed the incident suggests that Judy's actions may have had an emotional impact on the child who had previously thrilled so many people. Who went viral after Judy allegedly used emotional coercion to persuade Lil James that he was no longer funny and handled his earnings from his viral video. Many people have called Judy's actions cruel because it appeared that she was using a child for her own financial gain. Since Brat and Jessica's marriage is failing, there are rumors that Jessica would do it. tell us about her terrible past and the reasons behind it. The reasons behind her breakup with Judy. But given her own difficult past, is Jessica truly interested in getting involved in other people's problems? Participants in the discussion especially disliked Judy's handling of a situation where Lil James was the center of attention. No one else did? Lil James most likely went through exactly what everyone else did. Given how quickly public opinion can change, we're talking about something very different when kids fight like this. There are still unresolved issues regarding why kids are put in situations like this. Judy, whose interactions with children have gone viral in the past, spoke to his family in the same way that she does with many other children. But some believe that she was only trying to capitalize on his viral moments rather than actually helping him. Judy's emotions are obviously running high and she is receiving a lot of criticism. There seems to be more to the story. Remember, the first thing that made Lil James famous was his comedy when he was only 6 or 7 years old. Following. Even though Judy had experience working with young people who become well-known online, many were uncomfortable with the way she treated little James. Is a challenging issue, especially since dealing with viral children may be a delicate subject. It has been stated that Judy attempted to utilize Lil James' fame to market herself. Some people think she had intentions, while others think she went too far. This dispute has made matters worse and is one of the reasons her name has been linked to childish dissatisfaction. When things weren't going her way, Ski allegedly turned on Lil James and told him he was no longer, according to some, making him feel like a failure. Her products were a tactic she had used with other kids, given how his mother later talked about the incident and how many other people supported his mother. Some were surprised that an adult woman could speak to a child who had once brought so much joy to so many. However, since Lil James is still a young child, it seems that Judy's actions had an emotional impact on this treachery. Not only showed that Judy's efforts had not been taken care of until the wrongful death case came to light, but it also gravely damaged her picture. She was left to deal with the psychological and legal fallout from the catastrophe. In addition to her office responsibilities, she kaleidoscopes daily operations, which included collecting money, producing invoices, and planning events. She also contributed ideas to help define the brand's future and in the company's marketing campaigns. Shia performed a variety of tasks and filled in. Shia was a dependable team player who participated actively in important company activities when needed. But when things didn't go as planned, her hard work and devotion were ignored. This was especially true after the horrific drowning incident, when many thought Judy's attempt to falsely accuse Shia revealed a tumultuous relationship in which she exploited Shia's intense devotion when it suited her, but withdrew when faced with serious moral and legal repercussions. According to the lawsuit, Andy's mother had to put lipstick on that awful day. September 5, 2019. Judy's Lakeview house in New Orleans for Bovie and Kier's 4-year-old child on August 5, 2020. Joan Juliet Walker died in Judy's swimming pool, given how important they had been to the expansion and success of her company. Judy and Kia were sued for wrongful death and survivor's damages when they arrived, with others questioning how she handled them. Walker opened the door to the lakefront home, which reportedly had an open, unfenced pool. Judy worked with Shane and Salek because of the legal issues. Andy requested Kier to visit the property with the pool. Shia consented, but Judy instructed her to take Andy to the pool while she got ready. Judy was already in a bedroom with a personal stylist, since Andy returned with Shia a minute or two after she had started getting ready for the cosmetic session and then left again shortly after. Shia stated she didn't know where Andy was 10 to 15 minutes after he left the room a second time. Kia assumed Shia was still in the bedroom. Kia then hurried to the pool to find out where Andy was. However, he had tragically already passed away. According to Kaleidoscope's response to the lawsuit, Shia was the one watching Andy, and in this case, aides were used. Since Shia was not working for the company when Andy died, she had no duty of care, and summary judgment was appropriate, that is. They were attempting to absolve Judy of any responsibility Furthermore, Judy submitted a petition asserting that there was no proof connecting her to Shaya's purported mistreatment. Since True and Legend are such well-known names, I could understand if there were only one. Now, but it would be two names to many others. She responded, "I think you should step back because what was happening there distressed me. I'm so sick of you and your wicked ways." "Demons trying to hurt my kids," Judy responded to Shaya's comments by saying that it had been years since our last conversation and that our name is shared by people. She also said that any negative comments about any of their names be removed from her page and that her children would no longer mention other people. Judy is accused of defrauding numerous people and allowing her ex-girlfriend and others to face repercussions, according to websites. She is a professional scammer. This conversation continued by talking about how Judy's ex-partner was found guilty of fraud and sentenced Toprison to keep others from learning of her deceit and how she had set them up for jail time. According to reports, Judy destroyed all of the former's work and purchased every copy of her book when it was out. Many people now think that Brat and Judy's marriage was predestined. But others contend that Brat has no right to know about anyone else's past because our own is just as questionable. You named your child after my children to highlight Judy's inappropriate behavior. But no matter how many sponsored interviews or blogs you wanted to do during the altercation, you've gone too far. Authorities say that this man was arrested after allegedly fighting with a woman over VIP seats at a nightclub in Georgia. There are claims that Judy has been untrustworthy from the beginning, in addition to her past relationships, and that Brad assaulted Shayla Stevens, a part-time server and hostess at Germain Price, after striking her over the head with a handgun. After being kicked out of the VIP club by her followers, Brad was fined $11,000 and placed on probation for hosting a private Halloween party at Tucker Nightclub Studio 72 the following year. She also promised to engage in hazardous activities or misdemeanor service to the community. Brad allegedly assaulted Shayla during a nightclub party, so she filed a complaint against them. And he was sentenced to 200 hours of community service. The woman was taken to the hospital and had 6 stitches placed in her head. 3 years in and 7 years on probation prison when Shayla attempted to flee. Brad was accused of smashing a nearly full bottle of rum over her head. Shayla claimed that she suffered severe head and facial injuries that left her permanently scarred and with damaged nerves. The court also ordered Brad to undergo drug treatment, a mental health evaluation, and anger management classes. Her facial disfigurement hindered her work as a professional cheerleader and performer, costing her money in addition to the pain and suffering she endured and the expenditures she incurred for medical care. Germain feared that Studio 72 would receive press, which even though she hasn't paid the millions of dollars she was ordered to pay. He failed to report Brad to the police or get Shayla the appropriate and timely medical care. To make matters worse, she wasn't protected from Brad, and his security didn't keep him out of the club. This person has no right to reveal the criminal history of others. What do you think of Judy's alleged criminal past and severe personality? Should the Brat reveal this, or is it the reason why she and the Brat drifted apart? If you would like to get the latest news about celebrities, please subscribe and share your ideas in the comments section below.